It's just very. I'm very surprised at my reaction to it. I'm quite sad by it.
I think it's because. I mean, I'll hold my hands up. I wasn't the biggest
I've got to
Michael
see
Jackson.
him in a few weeks' time.
Yeah.
I got literally yesterday. I got an email from a guy that I know saying, "Come along to the first night at the O2, and if the team want to come along, and we've got." And I'm like, I'll reply to that tomorrow. I ain't going now.
I like, there's a few of his songs I really, really like. I'm in no way near as big a fan as Aled, but I think the reason why it's a shock to people is that it's a name that you reference a lot. We will talk about Michael Jackson on the show a lot.
We called him the other day on the
exactly.
BBC phone directory.
And it's just something you would do because it's a name that's so famous that you obviously use the name. And I think that's why it's shocked a lot of people, because it's just a name you hear a lot.
Yeah.
But he's inspired everyone, like Justin Timberlake. All his kind of dance moves are inspired by Michael Jackson.
So not everything he did was good then. I see your point.
No, I agree with Dominic. I would never have called myself a massive Michael Jackson fan, but as you say, he's always been, in our lifetime, one of the biggest names in the world of celebrity that there's ever been. So.
I saw him live. I saw him on the Bad Tour.
That was my first tour.
Do you know what? I'll put my hands up. I'll be honest. I think I bootlegged the gig.
Did you?
Yeah.
It's when you hear of people.
I bootlegged Madonna at Brandy Park and Michael Jackson.
Just for your own pleasure.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'd seen a thing on Network 7 about bootlegging gigs, and I thought I'd get into it, but to be honest, I never did anything with the tape because you couldn't really hear properly, because what I did was, to get it past security, I wrapped it in cling film and I put it in between two massive, like a bread cake, like a
I wonder what you're going to say.
And then I wrapped that in tinfoil, so when the security people felt it, it just felt like sandwiches.
Yeah.
Because of that, the sound was a little bit muffled.
A little bit muffled.
Beautiful story.
Well, it is true. I feel now that I can share it because I'm not going to get sued. So, just very weird.
It's when you hear people like Madonna saying that they're in floods of tears that you kind of go, wow.
Yeah, but Madonna and Michael Jackson, she was the female version of him at one point. In pop music, she was him.
Yeah. Still is, I think, is she not?
Well, yeah.
I mean, I would say from our generation, the two biggest stars that there have been, certainly in the world of music, have been Madonna and Michael Jackson.
I remember they turned
Globally.
up together. I think it was at Cannes at the film festival, and they turned up like together. And she was in this like white dress with the fur, and he was there in his red jacket. It was really one of those kind of iconic images of the two biggest stars of the time.
Also, the news yesterday, Farrah Fawcett died, who was an actress who was...
Charlie's Angels.
Yeah, beautiful actress. And Ed McMahon, who was Johnny Carson's sidekick on The Tonight Show. Which doesn't kind of mean much to anyone in the UK, but...
I do know the name, though, Ed
for our
McMahon.
kind of American listeners on Sirius XM.
Yeah.
I mean, that's, I mean, I know there'll be other people who died yesterday, but look, that's the story. Michael Jackson has died, so it's just very, it's very sad. And he's got kids and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not surprised Madonna's in floods of tears, to be quite honest. I'm really not surprised at all, because those two must have had some kind of connection, Madonna and Michael Jackson, purely just because of the fact that, there must be a time in music where the pair of them were just passing each other at award ceremonies at airports going, not a bad life, is it? See ya. Bye-bye.
Well, there can't be many people in the world who know what it's like to be that famous, other than those two.
King and Queen of Pop.
Yeah.
For me.
So, so there you go. That's the news. So Jonathan Blake is Newsbeat's reporter. He's in LA.
He's in New York. At the moment, and he's been speaking to lots of people over in New York.
You should go to LA. And Andy Peters is in LA. He's on a flight back. I called him yesterday just he was checking out the hotel, and he was saying, and I spoke to him early, so certainly when people still didn't know, and it still wasn't properly confirmed at that point. And he was literally a few blocks away from the hospital. And then he called me back on the way to the airport. They closed the roads off because of the people were turning up at the hospital and stuff. Yeah, very sad.
Rajesh Merchandani, he used to work here as well, is in LA. I saw a video clip from him this morning on BBC Online as well.
So we were talking last night, Alan and I, about depending on how old you are, what did he mean to you? Because there's a lot of people, there'll be like a lot of, I would imagine 11, 12, 13-year-olds where they'll certainly know who he is, but they might not be, you know, he might not mean as much to them as he means to us because we're a little bit older. And certainly, obviously, probably in their lifetime, he hasn't done, you know, the good stuff was released before, you know, many of our audience were born.
Yeah.
But then you can't deny that he's was one of the most famous men on the planet. I don't know where you could go that wouldn't have heard of Michael Jackson. He was massive.
Yeah. In every corner of the globe.
Yeah.